Good morning, everybody, and welcome to London Station. My name is London. We're going to go into the simulator today. We're going to do some Minecraft. It's going to be a chill Saturday morning stream. And on top of all that, I'm going to unmute this so that the song plays. And then I'm going to do some station administration because I'm running a little behind today and I haven't, checked the Discord or anything. So I'm going to do that quick and make sure nothing's on fire. I'm sure it's not. Maybe even post a notification that I'm live, because, I had more important things to do, like getting ready. Ready. Now I'm ready. So, I'm going to do those things really quickly. But I hope everybody's having a good day. We're going to hang out. We're going to build more of our temple. We're going to get to some interior decorating, I think. That's the plan. I don't really have any plans for the interior decoration, so yeah. We'll see. See how it goes. So anyway, this might be a little bit of a different morning as I make sure I respond to all of the people that need me. And I don't know who that's going to be. Looks like I need to make a reflex save in this game really quick. I can do that. If you don't know all about play-by-post, it's great. It's a great fun way to play RPGs. And I'm in several play-by-post games now, many of which, in fact, the majority of which are on the London Station Discord server. As a matter of fact, which you can access by going to the following link. Anyhow, yes, I play in a Pathfinder 2 mega game. I run now a Legend in the Mist play-by-post game that I'm going to need to get to this afternoon, and I am also in a The Last Caravan, this guy, game that also just started up recently, so I'm very excited about that. Yeah. Alright, let's go ahead and make our reflex save in our Pathfinder 2 game. And the DC is what? What is the DC on this? 28. I have good odds here, but the dice have been unkind lately. So we'll see how that goes. I'll let you know in real time. I've submitted it. What'll it be? It's rolling. I passed. Good for me. I'm going to take half damage on that, which was, I don't even know how much, 11. So I'm going to take a whopping 5 damage. Not bad. Alright, bunch of chatter there. I can catch up on later. I can catch up on that later. I can catch up on this later. And now, let's do a post that says we're live. Like I said, I got my beauty sleep this morning. We'll put it that way. Let's put it that way. I know, exciting stuff, right? So exciting. I'll put this music on. So at least you got something to listen to. There you go. We'll do that. We'll grab the stream link and put it in there. Then we'll copy the whole thing. We'll come over to Patreon and we'll use their new little quips feature. We'll put it there. We'll add a thumbnail. It's all so fast and practiced. It is funny looking back. My first month or so of streaming, the first 10-15 minutes before streaming, I would get so much anxiety. I'd be in the chat of my own Discord being like, guys, I'm so nervous. And now I'm like, it's all good. It's all good. When I'm doing a more produced stream, of course, this is not the vibe, but this is a Minecraft day, and we're just going to chill. Because sometimes you need to chill. I'll be real with you. I was considering not streaming this weekend and just kind of recuperating, but I'm glad to be here. I'm glad for the ritual of it all. Sure am. Alright, I gotta put this here. These are all the things I gotta do when I go live, but sometimes you do them in the first few minutes of stream. Why not? There's that. There you have it. Nothing else I really need to do. And so from there, we're just going to go into it. Okay. I can minimize this. I can close this. We'll get Minecraft up and running. Should not have any updates because I logged in yesterday to get my thumbnail picture. Which my thumbnails, by the way, do not look good because I'm like, here's a blank shell of a building with no detailing. Oh well. It is what it is. It is what it is, and it is loading. It was loading. Do I have to click it again? Nope, I don't. I just need to relax. Just need to relax. Okay. Full screen that. Do this. Click that. Go here. Turn the game capture into this. And that should come up any second now. But every time I say that, and it's like, oh, will it come up? Okay, while I was in here grabbing the thumbnail, I actually recessed this. If you see, I punched it out of the inside, so it's a little recessed, and then it protrudes out here. We had this framing. I don't know that I want to keep this with the spruce logs. I'll probably do something with walls. In fact, you know what? Let's just, for the sake of starting off doing something, we'll get some tough walls, and we'll see how that goes. Okay, wow, I'm carrying a lot of spruce from cutting down that forest, which is a good thing. 1, 2, 3, 4, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14 of these. I try not to be wasteful. Would it be brick? Would it be polished? Or would it be raw? I mean, realistically, in the lore of this building, it's probably going to be this. We'll start there. You know, and maybe we'll branch out and we'll discuss how maybe the temple has grown over time or whatever, but I'll show you what my thoughts are for this. Oh, this is going to be a problem. I can already see I've made a mistake. It's okay, we can fix it. Oh, this is going to be annoying. I think this is going to look terrible. This was a terrible idea. I mean, obviously I'd need to block out the back, which I can't do, actually, because of the way these shelves are. So, this has failed on many reasons, and also, it doesn't look terrible. It doesn't look terrible. I could just go with the actual tough blocks, though. Before, so I don't have to climb up there again. I could do something like this. I don't know that I'll like it. But anyway, we've got a lot of interior to decorate if we're going to get to any of that. And we have walls to finish building and roofs to finish building. That's why we chopped down the forest last stream. If you guys didn't see last stream, actually, let's run up there quick, because one of the projects I want to do when we're feeling a little like, what are we going to work on right now, is to come up here, as we have done before. You see, what we're going to do is going to carve an actual gradually sloping path up through here, the exact way I'm going right now, to shoot right through that gap. We're going to cut all of this out. Okay. Because if you know this series way back in the beginning, there was this giant bowl that was full of trees, and we thought we should clear this out because this looks like a cool place to build something. And it is a cool place to build something. And, yeah, so there it is. I kind of want to, while I'm here, cut down this tree. Doesn't necessarily need to go, but it kind of is throwing off my vibe a little bit. So we'll get rid of it. There we go. And is that one too close for my tastes as well? Both of these actually kind of are. I just really want it to feel open and like this valley has been... I guess like the quote-unquote people that would have settled this valley would have cleared this, right? Is kind of the vibe I'm going for. Yeah, I'll just take it the rest of the way down. Climb back up and get the other one. Oh, I should not have. I should have believed that it was a smaller tree than it was. Sun's going down. In fact, maybe just to get... I don't know. Here comes the zombies. Here they come. Millennium, and everyone's talking about Jerusalem. That's an NSYNC song. For the NSYNC fans. This needs to go as well. Why am I doing all this right now? I don't know. I was inspired, okay? Sometimes you just do whatever you feel like in Minecraft. Like, this is a weird, like, diagonal slashing cave that went through here that that does not need to be... Like, look at this. What are you supposed to do with this? Nothing. So that will be something to figure out. I might honestly just kind of like fill this in if I feel so inspired. How did I even... Okay, yeah, there isn't even a way to get to the valley from there. I'm gonna turn my speakers up too because my music wants a little quiet. Alright. I guess we would punch through lower. I don't know. Why is that tree there? Well, we might not come back up here today at all, so we might as well get it now. Might as well get it now. Spider Slayer. Did I miss a log, probably, and it didn't decay? No. It's just as the last one that I cut down while I was up here, and it didn't decay. Right? Or... Ahaha. Nope, there was a log there. Even though these leaves didn't belong to this tree, if there's any natural forming log, or sorry, any log of any kind, and a leaf is within a certain amount of blocks, then it will think that it is a live tree. I kind of want to also... Am I carrying shears? I am. Not that I can carry all this stuff, because I can't. But snow will not fall on these things, and it'll make everything look different. Spotted, choppy. And I can't carry this, so we don't want snowballs. And we do want ferns. We don't really need short grass, but can I fit something in the bundle? The bucket can go in the bundle. And this can go in the bundle. And this can go in the bundle, and this can go in the bundle. There we go. Hello, Enderman. I'm not going to look at you. Don't look at me now, having such a good time. I'm having a ball. Don't look at me now. Again, an interesting cave there. So like if I were building like a village up here, like, right, wouldn't it be cool that like in here was like some sort of forge, right? Because it keeps the heat in. And so like the people who settled this area like made this natural forge there, came down. Just a thought. I need to eat some food too. Yes. Oh, perfect timing. Great. Now it's going to cover it in snow. There will be some terrain smoothing going on if and when we ever come up here to build anything. Like this whole level, you see how it's contained? Like that whole level can come up a block and smooth out. And then you have, you know, heightened areas like this, which, you know, they actually feel like part of the terrain, so you'd probably leave that. You know, or you could make this a natural lake in the back here. That'd be cool. Lots of things you could do. Oh, my shears are about to break. Welcome in. Hope you're having a good Saturday. We are doing a chill Minecraft stream today. That's all there is to it. We're gonna build some temple stuff, and I came back up here. I don't know why. I don't know really why. Oh, I came up here to show people in the VOD what we did at the end of last stream, which was to clear out this whole forest and get this ready for something someday. And I was just thinking I should come up here and punch out all the ferns and the grasses and such so that if and when it snows, which it's doing right now, the snow can accumulate on the ground so it doesn't look all spotty and weird. So that's what we're doing. I haven't even had to use the voice training command yet today because I feel like I'm on top of it, which is great. I'm pretty excited about it. Really, though, need to actually study my voice training materials. That's what I need to do. But, I don't have any excuse. I don't know why I haven't. We're listening to the Legend in the Mist soundtrack again today, because it's great. And this is a really sloppy job of just filling in this space so that there's some continuity between this and that. Reason being, one of the project's plans, whatever, is going to be to carve through here a nice winding smooth path that goes down to where we've been building. So that is the plan. But additionally, we are going to chop out much of this like mountain thing. And what we're going to do is where this cave naturally is, we're just going to chop it straight through. I don't know exactly how I want to go about that yet. There's clearly some coal down there. But yeah, I don't know. Why are there weird floating pillars out there? Also something I don't know. Or maybe this whole thing can just go away. Like, I theorized that, but I thought, oh, well, you could use this natural barrier here to chop it off, but that doesn't leave a whole lot over here. Oh, hello, creeper. Oh, hello, zombie. Yikes. Yep. Yeah, I don't have my bow out and ready. I don't want to deal with you. We'll just leave. How about that? How about we just leave? We also need to clean out our inventory, for crying out loud. All the wood goes in here. All of it, all of it, all of it. plants and stuff go in here. Except for trees. Wait, or do I put the tree saplings in here? I guess I do. Look at that. I have way too many of these. So, at some point, I should make a composter. Although I don't need a composter because we have a skeleton farm. So, it's kind of unnecessary. And also, is this guy in my house? He sounded really close. It was not a welcome experience. Natural blocks. Oh, horse chest, apparently. Did not know. Tough does not go there. Tough goes in here. Don't know if that's the right place for that. No, it's not. I try to have some sense to my storage. I try. You're going to probably want this lantern. Probably going to want many lanterns. Oh, we have glowstone. Don't know what I'm looking at here. Okay, coal. Compass can stay in there. This can go in here. Dirt can go in there. And now it's like we have a functional inventory. Look at that. I guess I can combine these axes now. I made that one new when we were cutting down the forest, but for experience, why not? Bow goes there. Do not need to carry coal. However, do I have a bunch of torches somewhere? I do. Just make sure we have a full stack and then drop the coal off. Oh, we have a wither skeleton skull. That's good to know. Get 2 more of those, we can make a bad decision. Although we're nowhere close to having beacon powers. Also, what are the... Oh, night vision potions. Why did I make those? They must have been going caving in a really big cave or something. In a different life, in a different stream. Oh yeah, we were working on building a blaze farm. We never really finished that. I would need to study, and maybe we'll do that today, if we feel like it. I need to study, what am I trying to say? I need to study how to make that farm, if I want to do that. Also, might as well cook up some more glass and copper. Because we can. And that's how that works. Give me my bucket back. Give me back my bucket. That's quite an interesting tree. Don't you think? How can I... Ooh, look at this. This is going to be really nice. Nope. Nice if I don't fall down. Okay, we got short trees and we got this problem tree. Let's see how well I can climb up it. I don't even know where the trunk is. But as long as I can reach the top, which I have done, and this was presumably the center of it. Yes. So now we can go down and get the branches on our way down. These things are annoying. Because the branches don't always come straight off, right? You see that? And if you don't get them all, then the leaves don't go away. Hooray, hurrah. Glad these other trees were here. It's not even worth going down for. I'll just get the top few and go back and chop the bottoms. Haha, see? See? It's possible that there were even other branches that I missed. And then the tree would just float there, menacingly. Hate it. You always hope you don't get these tall trees. There is a way to prevent them, and you have to like put a barrier on top. But you know, whatever. All right, let's go straight through. Pro logging strats. Pro logging strats. I came out at work this week, like fully. On Monday, a message went out to everybody that works in my building. And on Thursday, a message went out to everyone. Everyone. Announcing that I am transgender. And so far, so good. I got a couple, messages of support from people. Nothing like super crazy. I need to chop that out still. So I should do this row. But I appreciate all the handful of like super supportive messages that I get are really nice and touching. So for anybody out there who sees this later, if you're going through questioning your identity or anything like that, you can do it. It will test you. And I think you may just find at a certain point that not doing it is going to be worse than whatever might come from any negative. And that's, not to diminish that there's genuine fears out there from unsafe people. I get that. And I will say it's kind of funny. Some of my, cis friends are just like, yeah, you shouldn't worry about what other people think, and just be yourself. And I'm like, that's a great bumper sticker. However, when you are the one who's worried about being treated differently, or even people who aren't like, don't have a problem with you, but have like fear around you, I guess that would be like the literal description of like a phobia. They're genuinely afraid of trans people because it's just not normal to them. It's not their normal. That's not fun. For the person who's, people are saying they're afraid of you, that's not fun. It's tough. It's hard. It's not a nice time. Okay, so we have now enclosed this. We did not get by with nearly enough oak to put pillars and such in. But we'll need to do the interior walls still, and we also need to do this back wall. So I think at this point, actually, this is going to take all of our oak. I was trying to save some off to the side, but I just kind of had a vision, too, for one thing I can do with the, I don't know, the division, whatever you want to call it. Okay, you know how in the house we have that row of, right there, that white, the calcite interspersed with the, why does that look so funky? Oh, it's because there's snow on it. We have the calcite interspersed with the diorite as a way to break up the building visually on the vertical. We're going to do the same thing back here. Like, we'll have another, like, smaller, like, kind of roof thing that kind of juts out. So that will be similar. We do need to, though, decide and go back and get the wood, the roof height. So if I'm in the room here, is that going to be too short? Because we're either going to have the roof come down onto this block. How did I do it? Yeah, so it'd be on this block, and then one out would be one level. and then this would be up a half. So the roof from inside would actually be up a half a block there. I think that's fine, and we don't want to go too tall. It's going to look super goofy if we go too tall. And it might be even that it's too funky looking the way that it is. But I think for the sake of getting it sketched out, that's the height we'll start at, and then we'll see how it goes from there. So we'll start on that side, and we'll take it as it comes. It is fun to run through this building like a real place, though. It is fun. And we're going to need a hell of a lot of this stuff, so I'm not going to be shy with it. I guess, honestly, if I do this, yeah, that might be quite a lot. So that's not even one full stack of logs. We'll see how far that gets us. We're going to have to do our little roof ridging thing to account for the spots where the oak meets the spruce. Okay, so as said, this would be, hello creeper down there, this would be this level. Then we're going to go up, and this is going to be a full block because of that. No, it's not. I keep forgetting this. This is going to be up one. So, no, that's wrong, actually. Because this is going to be where we do this thing. Isn't it? I cannot remember for the life of me. This keeps throwing me off. I can't remember, so we're going to do it just normal, and we'll come back and fix it later. So we're doing the double up. Oops, did not need that. Okay, we're going to get the rhythm here. We're going to get it. We're going to get it. There we go. At some point, actually, we might be at the midpoint. And it might not be that the roof is straight down the middle. Do you know what I mean? I know I'm not saying many words, but and also I might hip roof a thing off the back. Oh, that would look good. Yeah, for that. Oh, okay. Oh, that's gonna look so good. Okay, we're gonna get there this stream. We're gonna get to the vision of what I just got excited about. Worry you not about that. We will get there. But it's gonna be cool. All right. So from the corner, 1, 2, 3 blocks up, and then that. So if this is the corner, it's 1, 2, 3 blocks up and here. So we are at the same level. We are going out 1. This is hanging over 1. And this next one goes up 1. Well, 1/2. I just want to make sure I know where these meet in the peak in the middle. This track has a very The Village feel to it. And I forget who did that soundtrack. Okay, so here's a question for us. Do we just go across 3, or do we go up again? If we go up again, it's going to have a little bit of like a peak to the top. And I don't know if we want that, so honestly, we can just decide later. But for right now, it's going to be... Oh, it's a half block too. That's a bummer. All right, we'll put torches there. Oh, however, if we did go up 1, we could put lighting down the top row. So that might be nice. We're going to have to figure out how we want to light the roof, because we just don't want monsters up here. You can see the snow only falls on the full blocks, so it's like this weird, like, staggered half snow thing. And then some of the snow, I think there's torches under there that are keeping that from falling there. Perhaps. Okay, so now this is where we'd have to do that ridge technique, which I don't hate, I don't love, but I don't hate. And then everywhere from there on, it's sprucing time. Okay, but before we commit to that, let's come in and fix these spots, because that should not be there. Then you replace that. That should not be there. That should not be there. Replace that. That should not be there. That should not be there. That should not be there. And did I get them all? Boom. Ah, there. One more. Okay, so this is what the interior roof is going to look like. It's going to be kind of funky in these rooms in the middle. So if you're in this middle room, you're just going to have this like nice, you know, curve there. Now, the worst rooms, by the way, are these middle ones because they have no windows. So there's going to be some sort of temple seniority going on here. This is Amy and Vafi's room, even though it's, you know, looks like a hallway. It might even be, you know what? If they are the premier rooms, I was trying to make these all equivalent, but there is a like temple hierarchy. So I wonder, this doesn't feel small because it's wide. So I kind of am gonna play around with this idea of broadening these rooms, and then it's probably gonna be, sorry Lala, it's probably gonna be that the big rooms are Amy and Vafi and Irena. That's probably the way it's gonna be. If we're honest. Or maybe that's just the only room that's bigger. This is a big room, though. Good for them. Good for them. They're engaged now. If you need the update on your new Dawn lore, Amy and Vafi are engaged. Amy proposed right before they went onto a demon battlefield because it was just one of those moments where she was like, we might not come back from this. I'm gonna propose to my lady. So she did. Cool. Let's just put these here. So what I was discussing is that as the roof comes across that way, this is going to have, I forget what it's called, but it's going to have one of these that juts out from the hip roof and points out that way. So this view, as you come here, is going to greet the sunrise. Oh. Although it wouldn't greet the sunrise in New Dawn. This is north facing, so that actually wouldn't be the case, but it's going to be a nice architectural feature. And I'm excited about it. So I think this is what my brain was not comprehending. There we go. Is that these are going to be full blocks. Because on the inside, this is the actual slope, and then you have that seamless transition. Even though it looks funky until you have more of the roof put in. Oh, you can do this whole roof from standing on the floor. I don't even have to go up there. This is slow. It's painfully slow, so I'm not going to do that, but we could. We could, team. We could. See, that threw me off again. This is the level. Try and build the hearth today. That would be nice. All right. It's coming along. You know, and if this were a modern building too, it would have a drop ceiling and there'd be attic space, so you wouldn't see the slope of the roof from the inside anyway, but that is something I think of. Okay, that's it. One of these days I'm going to drop down there and you're going to surprise me, and I'm not interested. It'd be fun someday to like try and transfer over my Minecraft worlds, like my old ones that are saved on my phone, and show you guys some of the buildings that I built back in the day. They were quite good. Oh, you know what is going to be an absolute disaster? when I have to raise the room walls up to meet this. I'm not going to be able to justify the little ridge thing that I do on the exterior walls. It makes sense on the exterior walls, but it's not going to make sense for interior room walls. So we're going to have to decide. Maybe we do put a drop ceiling in here. All right, here we go. I'm going to show you the magic. That was not magic. That was not it at all. Not it at all. And it's getting to be nighttime. So in theory... Oh, maybe I make it even... I don't know. I'm getting ahead of myself. Wow, my brain could not understand what was happening there. So what this would be is this would continue, of course. What do I have, a 4 block? I've already screwed it up. That's not what it would be at all. What it would be is this would come up, and I'm thinking I would just do it like this. Oh, I know what the problem is. It needs to come off of there, not here. Well, actually, maybe it doesn't. Sorry. I don't know what I'm saying anymore. Alright, okay. Alright. We know how to play this game. Come on. It would go like that, right? And then this would extend back. And it would affect all the levels that came with it. So you're going to have a subtle... Yeah, that's very subtle. I kind of would want it to be more drastic. Which means I would just push it out further. I know I'm saying words that don't make sense. I know. But the effect is that when you're down this hallway, you're going to see this vaulting. And it's going to open up. So we just got to figure out where that's going to be. And rather than going all the way back home, we're going to make another crafting table. We're going to put it here in this bedroom so that we can do this without having to run all the way home. Okay, I don't have a way up to the roof anymore. That's fun. Actually, you know what? I kind of do. Check this out. Haha. I'm so clever. She's so clever. See, by this height already, I would be business as usual, and that's not drastic enough. Even though I did it 1 block, like I almost want to put stairs in there to make this even more of a peak, but I don't know if it's about being the peak so much as it is. I just need it to come up sooner so it goes higher, is what it's going to be. But we will address that when we get to it. I think it makes sense probably to look at it from, like, I don't necessarily want it to come all the way up to here, although that's only a 1 block difference, so yeah, I guess I do. I guess I do. It's going to be centered here. It's going to go down 1 block at a time. So there's your 1 block. Okay, I gotta chop all of this out. Let's just get it right on the first pass. This would be easier if I completed the roof and then came back and did it, but we're not doing that, as you can see. We're being silly. We are being so silly. But you know what? It's what the people crave. It's the silliness. Market research shows y'all like it when I'm silly. I think. Are you picking up what I am putting down? Because this is it. There's the full completed thing. Now, is it a little jank? Yeah, it's a little jank. It's a little jank. But let's take a look from the interior. 2 slabs, not worth it. Oh, let's see. I'm coming up. I'm gonna come up here. I'm gonna come up here, and then bam. See that opening? It's even less drastic than I still would want, if I'm real honest with you. But this, if this whole thing is like a stained glass kind of deal, ooh, ooh. You see it. You see the vision. I know you do. I know you do. Is this one of my things? What's happening here? Oh. Okay, this... Okay, I remember now. These were because I ran out of slabs. This needs to be one of these things. So I need to put that oak back. Oak. There we go. My God, this building's cool. It's super basic, I know, but it's cool. Okay, now this is kind of annoying because there's no easy way for me to continue the roof through. That's okay. That is okay. We'll do it this way. And then we can go climb up there and resume our work. And we want to do it from top down so we can meet the slope there. And I think I missed one more block I need to cut out. Yeah, see? See? Because this is going to need to come out 2 here, and then it'll be 1 lower on the next pass. And we're going to need more spruce. Oh, I guess I could have gone all the way. All the way. Similar with this one. We're gonna have some problem to figure out there with if we're gonna do a ridge on that, or if there's a different way for us to hide the block color change. Regardless, we don't have enough slabs to continue. We don't probably need all of this. In fact, let's just do this. That's probably more than enough. Complete. That's the complete shape. You feeling it? Now, here's a thought. I could do the exact same thing coming forward here. That would give me a little bit of a hip roof that would offset this peak and give it some character from the front. There's no reason necessarily not to do that. Oh, shoot. Good thing I can parkour. It's going to give this front way more character, and it's going to punch straight through, so I could have windows on both sides. So we will think about that. I'm not going to commit to it right here on the spot. I'm going to need more oak. I hate it. Okay, how do I get down? Oh, I have to go back in through my little hole in the wall here. Okay, so there's your roof slope on the inside. And what it would be, yeah, it would be this same shape punching out that way. With a little bit of light coming through. This is the center of the entire width of the building, whereas downstairs, that's the center of just the chapel. Kind of like it, though. I think that's what we're going to do. Let's throw some light in here. At just the major points. Even though this is just temporary. Good to have light. Melt the snow. Right, let's just pull up all the snow because it's annoying. There is now no more. There will be soon no more snow in all of the temple, and that's pretty cool. That's pretty cool if you ask me. Coldest summer, you withdrew further and took a little less. You took the sun away. I need to learn the lyrics for that song by heart because I think I sang that one pretty well last stream. All I ever dreamed of has fled to the stars, come through the scars. Everyone I reached for. I do not need these snowballs. Goodbye. Like shimmering scars. I don't think I did the interior walls downstairs either, did I? Yet. Did I? No. Just left these, and I don't think I'm gonna have interior foundation that's made out of like stonework, right? I don't think so. This is the hearth. This is the hearth right here. I'm getting so distracted, but let's build it up briefly. Okay, this hallway is centered on it's a 4-block hallway, which is not advisable, by the way. But this is what we're working with. Okay. Basic shape. You come through, boom, hearth, main kitchen, pantry area, sitting area. Maybe like a little. Ooh, do I push this over? It would make sense to have that centered, wouldn't it? I don't know exactly what I was thinking when I put it in that exact spot, but let's move it over. I think we move it over. It's gonna look better. Exciting. Yeah, I don't know. It kind of had some character to be off to the side. It made that wall space more usable, but this side already has some character there. It might even be that this gets over even one further, and then you can have like furnishings over here. But I suppose you still can have furnishings, because now, even though it's tight, you could go table and like chairs and have like a little sitting area there, which I think is cute, especially if it's like a table like that. But with a table like that, it does make me kind of almost want to push that over another block. She can't make up her mind, and that's okay. That feels right, though. That feels like it flows. If you have table chairs here, and then boom, garden access, and then it's really close to this. So we'll redo this garden path probably a dozen times before we actually finish it. But oh, It lines up with this too. Okay. Oh, and look at that. It's a symmetry from the outside. That's what we're talking about. So yeah, it's a little weird in here with the cramped pantry and everything. By the way, you should go away. Do I have you? I do. Beautiful. Beautiful. Are we feeling it? Common room. There's a scene happening in this room right now between Vafi and Fear. Fear himself. All right, we got a lot of oak to gather, so we got to build a lot of walls. Oh. We're feeling it come together, though, right? Oh, did I get super lucky here? Beautiful. It is a little cramped, isn't it? It's a little cramped. It is. And that's a half block, so I can't put a window there, so the windows are going to be at this level, which is very strange. Oh my. Do I just go flat roof off of this thing? Or do I come up to that height and not... No, I already don't like where I'm going with that thought. We will have to finesse it and figure it out. It's gonna be sitting area here. It's gonna be sitting area here, and art or a stained glass window there. Big room, big room. You know what, though? You know what, though? There's a world, possibly, where this room has a little bit of character to it. Excuse me, zombie? Must be downstairs. And maybe even to the point where, like, you walk in and the bed is here and this is something else. I don't know. That does make it... No. It would give more variance to the floor plan, because then you'd have 3 different room sizes. Is the zombie on the roof? What is happening here? There you are. Stop punching me. This needs to be an oak pillar too. Right here. Okay, main takeaway. We need so much oak. Would that be a pillar all the way up? It probably would be, huh? And I probably can't even get to this one, except from the outside. Or if I do this. Is that the bottom? It is, okay. All right. I mean, look at this. This is terrible. There's no depth here, so all of this needs to get fixed and filled in. Otherwise, this just looks like a warehouse. So there's a lot of work left to do. There's a lot of work left to do. Man, this entrance looks so humble and small too. From the street, you're just like, man, this is a small building, and then you're like, bam, whoa. What the hell is this place? Because it all sizes up to the back. And you're like, God, how did they fit this place in here? It feels bigger than it could possibly be. Come out to the garden. If you're in the garden, you get a bigger sense. So that probably won't be stone. It's probably going to be just oak planks. But I do like the contrast, actually. So it should probably be a different material. Why are you still here? This is from that stupid big oak tree. There's gonna be a stupid log in here somewhere. Ah, I see it. See it? There it is. There it is. Okay, where do we even find oak other than growing it ourselves? Because we need so much. And I don't think there's oak up there. We could go on an oak adventure. Take Copper out for a ride. I guess it's the thing to do if we want to actually work on what we need to work on. I mean, I have 11 logs, but that's not enough, and 27 planks. Not nearly enough. Okay, we don't have shulker boxes, so we're not going to be able to do a huge thing there. Kind of don't want to grow my own trees. So really we just need to make sure we have enough food to keep us going. Take these baked potatoes and this bread. I don't think we need anything else. Does this have infinity? It does. We should repair this bow. 1, 2, 3. And 2, 3. I don't remember if it's 3 or 2 or what, but I think it's 3 and 3. It is 3 and 3. Great. There. Took a little less. Took the sun away. Got the lead. Alright, let's pick a direction, I guess. I don't think we've really ridden out straight this way before. I know we went really far the other direction. Who knows what we'll find? An Enderman? More ice spikes? More snow? That's actually a really cool rock feature. That would be cool to build something on top of, you know? Or build a cave into and have that be like a giant, like, dwarven entrance to something. That would be cool. My god. I really just got plopped right in the middle of, like, all the snow biomes in this world. It's insane. Yeah, this is cool. Don't fall in, but let's look down there. Interesting feature. Squid in the ice. Uh-oh, I got turned around. Alright, hold on. We are, oops. We are better than this now. Okay, so we run opposite the compass, because the compass points to our spawn point, which means home. Oh, okay, now we're talking. See, now this is a place to come back and explore. If we are feeling ourselves in the need of resources again. Straight due north of our place. There is a place to explore. Not taking a horse down there, though. Okay, for the love of God. Even more of the types of forest we already have in spades. Pigs. Surely the cold biomes have to stop at some point. In fact, I know they do, because there are warm biomes in this place. This game called Minecraft, like deserts, badlands. They didn't bring bones. I could have brought bones and got a bunch of dogs while I was out here. Okay. This would have been a cool place to start too. Have this nice flat like area. Would have been a cool starting place. Haha, remember when I tried to find a bunch of sand? Here's some. Here's some sand. Whoa. One of these days I will be tempted to pull up the seed of this world and just be like, really, did I get like put smack in the middle of every cold biome there ever was? Jeez. More frickin' iceberg stuff? I didn't bring a bed, did I? I did, okay. That's good. Hello, polar bear. We've run straight into an ocean, haven't we? There's one oak tree. Did you see it? Ooh, blue ice. Do I have a bunch of blue ice at home? I don't think I do, actually. This is worth stopping for. Believe it or not. Okay, I keep hitting the wrong buttons. Copper, don't run away. There's a new item that they are putting out called the bedroll, where you can use it to sleep in the overworld without resetting your spawn, which is handy. Maybe we'll get a stack of this stuff. Or maybe we'll just take the whole thing down. Although we're here for oak, not blue ice, so. But there's special stuff you can do with this. Like you can make ice roads and then drive boats on the ice roads, and it's one of the fastest methods of travel, which means we could go set up an ice boat road in the nether to our blaze farm, if we ever built that. Because otherwise it takes 9 pieces of regular ice to make 1 packed ice, and 9 pieces of packed ice to make 1 blue ice. So it is 81 pieces of regular ice every time I'm breaking one of these. And regular ice is the stuff you can farm, so, you know. Kind of valuable to get it when you see it. You can also use this to make a basalt generator, which we could put next to our cobblestone generator, which only half works. I mean, it works fine. It's just, it's not lossless. But it's our own design, you know, you can't put a price on that, right? Can't put a price on that. You simply cannot. Breaking ASMR stream. I mean, do we just take the whole thing down? Do we? Oh, except my pickaxe is gonna break. Well, not quite yet. We'll keep an eye on it. There's not much I use Silk Touch for, so this is one of the things you would use Silk Touch for. Probably letting a bunch of this despawn too. Maybe not. I surely haven't been mining for 5 minutes. That's funny, this is freezing over now that it's exposed to air though. Oh, that blue iceberg goes down below, too. Well, we will not be dealing with what's down below the waterline. That ain't for me. Okay, now the pickaxe is about to break. Do I stop? How good is this thing? Ooh, efficiency 4. Doesn't even have it on breaking, though. I'm risking it. Being so risky. How much do I have? Okay, I'm 24 away from another full stack. Let's see if we can break 24 without losing the pickaxe. It's getting close. This might be it. In fact, I think I got one too many. Two too many. Well, I don't need to carry these with me, so they can wait here for the next time I'm out this way if I want. Or I could have thrown them in the bundle and not been a goof. Uh-oh, where'd the horse go? There you are. See, there's the one... There's the one oak tree on our journeys so far. Yikes. Polar bear. Oh, that's right. Horses can swim now. Big old mountain there. More cold forests here. I'm just traveling by cardinal direction because I don't want, like, I'm not mapping as I go, so I don't want to get, like, super lost. Even though I have a compass, it's impossible to get lost, but, you know what I mean. God, it is so nice now that horses can swim. Every time the way it used to work is you would get on a horse, and if the horse went in the water, you would get dismounted forcibly, and then the horse would bob around, and its AI was terrible about knowing what to do, and you had to, like, nudge it back onto land, and then it would jump back in the water, and it was a nightmare. It was a nightmare. It was one of those things that you were just like, yeah, that's Minecraft. But it needn't have been that way, so no, now it no longer is. That's interesting. It's a little cave feature. Could we please find some variation? Please. Alright, I'm stuck in the trees. And I'm gonna fall in a hole if I go that way. Is it a cool hole? Not really. Not a cool hole. Getting a lot of elevation here. Hello, wolf. Don't have any bones for you. Hello, wolf. I don't have any bones for you either. Oh, come on, copper. Copper! Oops, sorry, bud. Did not bring any apples for you either. Well, here we are again. Ooh, is that an igloo? Okay, that might be a cool thing. That might be a cool thing. What? Oh, it's a shipwreck. Is that a vertical shipwreck? I've never seen a vertical one. Or is it something else entirely? I don't have good water breathing helmet stuff. Look at this. Okay, useless. Buried treasure map, not bad. Okay, it's not vertical. It just kind of looked funky. I don't know what I'm looking at. Is it upside down? Houseboat makes sense. That's better. I mean, you know, whatever. Don't need any of that. Is it on its side? I cannot figure out what's going on with the ship. It is on its side. I see it now. Crazy. The funny thing is I didn't even see that. I saw this. I thought this was something. But that's just some packed ice. There are little, fishing huts you can find. They're pretty rare, though. Oh. Right. Let's take a look at this bad boy. Okay, there's the shipwreck. That's going that way, so we need to go that way? No. That way. Right, back past the shipwreck. Okay, let's go get some buried treasure. Might actually have something like an armor trim or something. That'd be cool. It's a little optimistic, but it's possible. Es posible. And the sun is setting on our dreams of finding oak. Okay, it's over here. Oh, check out that pro jump. I don't know that I've ever found buried treasure in a place like this before. I feel like they changed the X too. Okay, priorities. Let's take a nap. Now this is probably going to be annoying as all heck, because I think it's buried down below the water surface. Oh, they totally changed this. You used to be able to see your little arrows on top of it, and you can kind of line the pixels up just right. This is going to be so terrible. I don't think this is worth getting, honestly. Because, yeah, it should be directly below me, and it's going to be in this gravel, and I don't have good water breathing. Or light. See, I would have to come up for air every single time I did that. And that was also dumb, because the ice could have reformed above my head. Okay, that was a whiff. What is this block? Why do I... Oh, I have black wool because a wolf killed a sheep. X marks the spot. You know what, actually, I kind of want to do? This is kind of funny, but... There. I don't have to worry about carrying it with me. Horse, where to go? There you are. You were right behind me. Oh, you know what else? Can I put a torch on a chest? I don't know if I've ever tried. You cannot. That's okay. I don't need to overthink it. I don't need to overthink something I will probably never come back and visit. Although, I could make a water-breathing potion. That would probably make that worth doing. We'll keep that in mind. We haven't done any fishing. I don't think I've made a fishing rod in this world yet. That's crazy. And we are still finding the same old forests. So many polar bears. I must be like thousands of blocks away now, with like no change in biome. Oops. Just knocked my sign down and it hit my guitar. Sorry, sign. Just don't fall apart. Okay, we're back in business. Ooh, almost did some good horse parkour there. Well, I think north is not the way to go for us if we ever want to find anything new or interesting. We might want to try going east next time. Because this was just more of the same. This is where we say, you know what, London, you should have just farmed your own oak. And maybe you're right. Maybe you're right. It looks like an azalea tree. It is, but we don't need a lush cave. Oh my god. These dense forests are killing me. Okay, I don't want to fall down that hole. I don't even want to take a chance of falling down that hole. So let's not. Could we just not? Another azalea tree. Yes, we know there's a lush cave. Another azalea tree, good lord. We know there's a lush cave down there. Okay, alright, okay. The navigation is not navigating. And I can't. Hello? Why can't I remember the button to get on a horse? It's literally mouse click. Anybody got a new biome out here for us? Anybody at all? This is demoralizing. I'm demoralized. It just keeps going. Cold forests, to cold oceans, into cold forests. I bet my horse's hooves are so cold right now. Poor guy. Great content. Making great content right now. Would y'all stop with the giant holes in the ground? Crying out loud. You know, at this point I'm far enough out, I might accidentally run into a sulfur cave. Which is new stuff, because I've gone far out enough. Ouch. Sorry, horse. Gone far out enough to have generated new stuff. There's an igloo. We will raid that, at least. There's another igloo. Or a village? It's a village. Nice. It's the good kind. Hello, zombie villagers. I don't really need this coal. I don't really need this golden apple. Don't really need these nuggets or this wheat. That was a bust. But that's not. That's actually a good thing to take. That is an angry sounding dude. I don't need this brewing stand, but I'm gonna take it. Crap. I just busted open the silverfish stone. Nothing there. Don't need a redstone torch. Don't need another bed. Horse, where go? Oh, another shipwreck. Jeez, horse. What are you doing? What are you doing that to me for? Okay, you stay there. I'm gonna go examine this shipwreck. Oh, this one's up on land. Nice. Okay. Interesting. Not often I find these cabins filled with sand. There's bound to be another chest somewhere here too. But I can't even like see where the ship goes down into. It's full of sand. Oh, that was lucky. Suspicious stew. That could be fun. Okay, I do not need to carry paper. I have a sugarcane farm. That can stay behind. We have moss, right? Yeah, we do. Carrots I don't need. I can farm those. Wheat I can farm. Don't need carpet. Don't need flint. I kind of would like to take the wheat, though. Or would I? Right, okay, I don't need the random pieces of boats that I've chopped up. Don't need to carry that with me. Oak is the mission, so we'll keep all of that. Can I put that in there? I can. Really don't need these gold nuggets either. Okay, can't carry those, but we'll just drink those because that'll be fun. Oh, got dark fast. Alright. Sleeping on a shipwreck. That's how we do. Where's the horse? There you are. Come on, horse. I think there's a village over here. And I was right. So right. Since there's a village, I can do the responsible horse owner thing. And leash you right there. While I loot this place. Don't need those. I'll take that. Hello, Iron Golem. I'm not here to mess with you. Empty. Don't need that. I kind of do want to take that, though. And that. And then I think it's probably time to turn back, because I wanted to work on the temple today, not go on an adventure. As fun as this has been, it is not what we came to do today. Hello, baby villager. Why do you have a blue ice shrine here? Oh, lava pit, cool. This would be actually a really good speedrunning place. If these village chests had good stuff in them, you could possibly do a speedrun here. I will never do Minecraft speedrunning, probably. It's not in my Minecraft DNA, so to speak. Ooh, another bundle. That's actually really handy. Because now I can take these things I don't have too much of and consolidate them. Furthermore, if I'm being smart, I can convert these into these and put these in here. How do I do this? Convert these into this. Put that in there. That saves a bunch of space. Now we can adventure for longer. That's how that works. One last house. Nothing in. Just more of these to steal. Every one of those lanterns is like an iron ingot worth of iron, so they're actually quite good to steal. Kitty! If I had fish, I could make a cat friend. Alright, there's that tiniest part of me that's like, but what if it's just over the next hill? It's not going to be. But we will swing around. We'll come back on a different vector to see if we can kind of catch an oak forest on the way back. What the heck? Hey, trading guy. I actually have stuff on me. Is there anything we need? Golden dandelion? I don't know what that is. Is that a new thing? Oh, it's a suspicious stew thing? And yellow dye? Huh. That's brand new to me. It must be in one of the... Oh. Do they have the autumn leaf stuff out yet? I thought that update was not out yet. I could buy a sea pickle, so we could farm those. That can't hurt. And I don't... You know, actually... This is kind of funny. This is not why I brought these, but I will happily trade you some of those for some emeralds. Okay. Alright. You know what, though? Those are kind of rare. So we'll take that. Okay, that bundle is now full. And this bundle is not. Oh, I'm going to need that compass. Leash can go in there. These can go in there. That can go in there. That can go in there. Pretty well managed inventory. Alright, let's get the compass on the hotbar so we know where we're going. This is taking us away from home, but we're going to swing out and around. Should we take the north side or the south side back? You know what we could do instead? Oh, it's birch. I was just all excited. I was like, there's a forest. It's an actual real forest. That was a stealth hole in the ground. And I'm very sorry, horsey. And I'm sorry that I can't manage to get out of here. Good lord. Well, can you do this? Yes, you can. I've never pillared up on a horse before. Okay, horse is almost dead. Horse is almost dead. Can we... Oh my god. Horse, stay there. I'm almost dead. That would have been so bad. Oh my god. Come on, you can make that jump. I just gotta time it right. Okay, you can't make that jump. Is this all ice? Not water? Son of a... Okay. I'm alive. Horse is alive. And that is a massive oak tree. And there's oak trees everywhere. Oh my gosh, we did it. We freaking did it. Alright, let's get somewhere where it's actually, like, nice and easy to reach stuff. Like up here. Oh, what a beautiful sight. Look at all the oak trees. We finally made it. We finally did it. Alright, where's the crafting table? We're going to need that. We're going to need... Take this. Is that going to be enough? Alright. We hung in there. It was the right call. Can I make a fence, please? Can I get a fence, Ness? That's the weirdest thing I could have ever sang. Alright, the whole point of this was so that I didn't have to farm my own trees. And I guess we succeeded. We're going to put some stuff we don't need in these bundles. So we have the inventory space for all the junk we're going to do. Let's put the logs out here. Don't need to carry those fence posts on us. We will throw these in here. No, we won't. We will throw these in here. Okay, that fit. We'll eat this stew, which might blind us or whatever. Get the bed on the hot bar, and we'll start chopping. And I'm going to cut down trees until the inventory's full, pretty much. And then we're going to go home. And I do know from other professional Minecrafters that cutting down trees is like one of the most boring things you can do as a streamer, but you gotta do it. You gotta do it. It's for the temple. And I don't have to work tonight. So how about that? How about that? What if we do like an 8-hour Minecraft stream today? What if I did that? That's healthy, right? Should make some coffee. Actually, since we've successfully made it here, I'm gonna go make some coffee. And then I'll be right back. And we'll chop down a bunch of trees. Sound good? Sounds like a plan to me. Here we go. Break screen, and I'll be back in a minute. Yeah, my mic is definitely muted. Well, I've been having a great conversation with you, Min, and you've been just such a great listener, and I really appreciate you for that. Been talking the whole time. I saw your comment, and I was like, yay, Min's here. And then I talked about PSO, and talked about the temple. It was great. It was great. Yeah. It's been a while since I've made that mistake. Yikes. So I don't know. Temple's going well. We went on an extremely long adventure to find an oak forest rather than having to farm the oak ourselves. And that proved to be a mistake because we traveled for like 20, 30 minutes to get out here. And it was painful. It was painful. Anyway, yeah, I was like, oh, maybe I should dual load up PSO and then I could play Minecraft, farm things, and then go off to the side and just every time the mag feeding noise goes off, just go over there. I'm in so many games now. I don't know, why am I gathering this stuff up? It's like the OCD of not liking to have stuff spawning. It's also from like having bad like iPhone and knowing that every time you have like these things on the ground, it takes processing power from the game. So I'm always like trying to not have them be on the ground because the game has to process them, and I forget, oh, I have a real computer now. This is probably not an issue. Minecraft and Magfeed, there you go. There's the stream. I just alt-tab between them. It's just total whiplash of a stream. People are like, what are we doing? Are we doing like rustic Minecraft fantasy Pathfinder 2 play-by-post temple building, or are we in space? Like, it's both. It's both, baby. This is the London way. PSO and Minecraft might be the two games I've spent the most time in. Out of all games of all time. Those are probably the two. Alright, let's get smart about this here. Oh, we can eat our suspicious stews. We found these suspicious stews. We don't know what they do yet. Please not blindness. The graphics won't be whiplash, at least that's so true. Alright, how's this stew? Is this one also blindness? No, it's poison. Okay, alright, well. At least we know now. At least we know. Poison, so fun. Okay, why did I build this chest? Just to dump off the stuff that I don't really want. I do want the apples, actually. I do want the apples. Because they can be turned into golden apples. But bowls, I do not want. It had a very Dr. Seussian thing to it. But bowls, I do not like. They, I don't know if you know this. So the suspicious stews, you can make them yourself. But they conceal their true identity. So it's like, it can be a way to like mess around with other players. Or like use them in mini games and stuff like that. Where it's like random buffs for a couple seconds, but it's random. It's a random status effect, buff or debuff. You can control it if you brew them up with flowers, by which flower you put in. But if you find them randomly out in the wild, you have no idea what they are. So you could eat one and it could be like health regeneration, or it could be like jump boost, or like fire protection. You know. So you can make these things for like quick little one-off potion effects of a sort without having to like do all the potion brewing and all the crap that comes along with that. But the stews, once they're made, they take up an entire inventory slot, so it's kind of like not a good way to go about anything. We did find a buried treasure map, but it went underneath a like ice shelf, and I don't have good water breathing on me, and I did not want to dive down there and dig for treasure and then find out that the ice had closed over the top of my head and then die. So I just left a treasure chest there with the map in it. I'm like, someday if I ever find this again, I'll probably have better equipment, maybe. Water breathing enchantment on my helmet. Who knows? Oh, we've got a long way to go. Gang, we've got a long way to go. Let's try and... this is not necessary, but sometimes it helps my brain to put... So now we'll see the oak filling in there. We've got a long way to go to bring back as much oak as we want. Because again, farming this stuff is a pain in the butt. We were just about to turn around and come back home defeated, and then I was like, you know what? It might be we just have to push forward a little more. And we went forward for like 2 minutes, and there it was. Man. Man, there were treasure maps when I started playing this in like 2014. Actually, I guess that was the very first update that I started playing on, was the aquatic update. And that's when they introduced buried treasure maps. So you find them, and they actually have like a sketch of the terrain around you, and they have a red X on them. And then you go to the spot, and you dig around, and then you'll find a treasure chest, and there's certain loot that you can only find through buried treasure. But yeah, that was, well, it was Update Aquatic, which was Minecraft 14, and I think they're in, well, they changed their numbering, so now it doesn't make any sense, but, yeah. I wasn't playing Minecraft in 2014. I think I started playing when I was in the house in Tukwila, which would have put it at 2015, 2016. But that's funny. That was like Zach in the Discord. They're all about like, you should play modded Minecraft. Like, there's so many cool things. Like, there's a mod where you can have maps. And I was like, Zach, the game has maps. And they were like, what? And I was like, they've had maps for as long as I've ever known the game existed. What are you talking about? Haven't played it since before Microsoft bought it. Yeah, I don't think I ever played it before Microsoft bought it. So, I don't know. All right, it's getting dark. Question, how is the music levels? Because this is a banger and it should be heard. I really should at some point just like get, I mean, if I ever start streaming with an actual headset instead of mic and everything else. Why am I letting it get so dark? This is a mistake. There's gonna be monsters by the bed. I am making mistakes. If a creeper blows up my horse, I'm gonna be really freaking sad. Oh, it's a new moon too. Yikes. It's good. Okay. Good, good, good. Yeah, this song is just a banger of a cello part. I didn't realize this soundtrack, the Legend in the Mist soundtrack, is... It's like the Legend in the Mist soundtrack, yeah, but it's specifically the Wake of the Old Ways, like, adventure soundtrack, which is what we're playing in Play by Post. So I guess there's probably some spoilers in the titles of the songs. But this is supposed to be some, like, unknowable creature of Twilight thing that I guess they're going to face. I don't know. I haven't read the whole adventure. I was so excited to get the physical books, and I'm so happy to have them because running the adventure, I just, like, flip to the page, and I'm like, okay. It's taking me a little while to get my head around running it. But we're in our first challenge scene, and I feel like it's going pretty good. I like the way it's pacing out anyway. Because I'm kind of like, it's asynchronous, right? So I'm like, everybody tell me what you're going to try to do. I'm not even saying that I'm going to let you do it, but like, tell me what you're attempting to do. And I got that pretty much from everybody. And then I synthesized the scene around everybody's intent, all happening simultaneously. And, you know, like Logan's character was like, he's going to draw his sword and his shield. Shocker, man. I know. His character has a sword and a shield. But I was like, you get your shield out, but, like, you don't have your sword out yet by the time that this next kind of, like, micro, like, phase happens. So. But it was cool. I had the thing that's coming out of the fields. Creepy, shambly, zombie-like thing. It's got like all this dripping water and gross stuff coming off of it. And the consequences that the thing tells you to apply if they don't address the threat, which the threat, capital T threat, mechanical, is that the thing is approaching you. Like, and it's gross, and it's going to make you feel nauseated and whatever. But to make it cool and rewarding that Logan pulled his shield out, I gave him and LHS, I gave them a nauseated tag. And then I was like, you know, it's flinging droplets of this gross water at you as it, like, jerks its limbs around. but I said that Logan's character's shield blocked it, whereas LHS's didn't because he doesn't have a shield. So I made it matter that he declared that he was bringing his shield out. He didn't get that extra status that LHS did. Yeah, it's been good. The adventure starts you off, and it's kind of like this cozy, like you're gonna help this farmer dude make the sap sauce, like it's like maple syrup, kind of a deal. But it's a very special thing and a special family recipe. So you're supposed to help out, and his kids are like running around like screwing with stuff, and that's like the intro adventure where you kind of get to know everybody a little bit, and then it's pretty classic. You're going home, and then there's this thing that comes out of the fields, and Legend in the Mist is very much like. Sorry, hold on. Legend in the Mist is very like. Legend in the Mist is very much like nobody knows anything. That's the kind of setting and world it is. So everything you encounter, you're like, by the way, you've never seen this, you've never heard of this, you've never heard stories of this. This is like super like fucking scary. That you need to roleplay that because like that's significant to the setting. Like there's weird shit happening, and a bunch of people don't know what it is. They just call everything a creature of Twilight. It's a big catch-all term for anything they don't understand, and that's it. That's all anybody knows. So it's pretty fun. The game does tell you it's like you're the secret keeper. Like don't give names for anything. Just, like don't reveal anything. And I'm gonna be interested to see how that feels to play out, because you can only have that experience with this game once as a player in the setting, right? For a lot of things anyway. After a while, you're going to start to like learn some things, and you as the player, now you're in the role of like a Galarian, where you're like, oh, I know what demons are, but my character doesn't yet. And you can do that meta thing. A lot of players are skilled enough to do that. But you do have this unique opportunity playing through this intro adventure to be like, y'all don't know. You don't know what the hell this is. So yeah, I'm excited. It's actually really cool. Really, 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 really super cool. Alright, don't need to carry that stuff. Don't even really need to save it here on this hillside, but here we are. Most fantasy monsters still played out now. The feeling of mystery and dread of the weird monsters is gone. Yeah, in Legend of the Mist, I tell you what, like everything is it's not just fae, it's not just undead, it's not just zombies. Like even this thing, like players are already in the OC being like, oh yeah, I'm moving away from the zombie. I'm like, I didn't say zombie. Hey, nobody said zombie. I don't know if I have dirt anywhere else, but we'll put it in there. So I've got actually quite a bit of space left. Okay, there. Now I know when this hotbar's filled up that we are good to go home. Right? Right. I'm not dealing with that tree. Screw that tree. But yeah, I mean, it's cool too because so we had Hellbreakers last night, and even with Hellbreakers, like there's so much stuff that I don't know. Like you have to remember, like my actual gaming experience in Pathfinder is basically just New Dawn. Like yeah, I've read pieces of an adventure here and there, and that's it. So even like, you know, you see these pictures, these weird things that are attacking us. We're like, what? I'm like, what the hell is that? It's creepy looking and weird, and I don't like it. And then, you know, we roll our checks at the end of the fight and find out their names. I'm like, oh, I do know those guys, you know, but I don't know them well enough to, like, know them on sight, and that's fun for me. My Hellbreakers character is so fun. We totally, like, did the whole, like, oh, there's bandits causing problems. You need to, like, deal with them and, like, strengthen the local community. And my character is totally just, like, we should be friends. Like, she's so funny. She's like, these guys that we're fighting are jerks. You should help us fight them. Why don't you only rob them? And our GM was like, roll a diplomacy check. I'm like, boom, 17 on the die. And he's like, okay. So the conversation goes on. He's like, what are you like? What's your angle in response to this? And I'm like, well, I'm gonna pitch it like this, you know. And he's like, roll a diplomacy check. Boom, 17 on the die. And then there's like one more I had to do. He's like, roll a diplomacy check. And I'm like, oh god, this is gonna be the one I fail. It was an 18 on the die. It was so much like that scene with Amatia in the caravan where she got Melissa like to work with us, where it was just like the dice were just like, the story's going this way now. So we like cleared out this base of these Fae for them. And they're like, yeah, okay, then we'll move into that space as our base of operations now that you got rid of the thing that's causing nightmares and weird shit. And we'll leave this farmhouse back to its original owners, and thanks. And I guess we'll rob your enemies from now on instead of you guys. And we're just like, hell yeah. Then we found some arguably racist gnomes. Not a fan of those guys. Not a fan of those guys. Well, one in particular, but nobody like stood up to tell him he was being a jerk, so I'm like, well, you must all be buying into this. We're leaving and never coming back. It was really funny though, because I was watching Kalana was keeping the game notes. Ooh, bees. Where's your beehive? I don't have bees yet. Yeah, it was great. Kalana was writing in the campaign notes, so I had it open on like the other screen. And she had already written like, this guy is this guy is all she had written so far, and then like she was saying something, she got distracted. So I was like, oh, she's gonna write this guy sucks, and I was like getting ready to find that hilarious. And then it was like, this guy is racist. I just busted out laughing. And then she added dick at the end, and I was like, yeah, he is a racist dick. It was funny. Yes. We are looking for a fourth player. Something came up for one of the other players, so if anybody knows anybody, we might want to vet them first, you know. But if anybody knows anybody looking at Friday nights, we are soliciting a fourth player. And again, no promises. No promises. What the heck? Okay. I don't think there used to be... I think these rain sound effects are new. Those are pretty sweet. Oh, it's a big ugly tree. Dang it, I should have left it alone. Even though I'll never come back out here, it's going to bother me knowing that this tree is floating out here. Yeah, that's the thing is like, it's Friday night, right? So a lot of people are like, well, I don't want to give up my Friday nights. But we do want to hold space in case our original fourth can come back, if things work out. So we don't want to like change the date, and it already works for the the rest of us. So like, don't mess with what's working, right? But we're like, yeah, we get it. Like, that's the night that everybody else is already in their games, or like my friends who are streamers, they're like, Friday night, I'm not giving up Friday night stream slot. I'm like, I don't expect you to, but I wanted you to know that I thought of you. Okay. We will see. We will see. Is that your 5e game, Fridays? It is very dark and spoopy out here. And once again, I'm risking getting marked by enemies. Why didn't I put a torch down next to my bed? Oh, here we go. Here we go. Yep, here we go. Here it is. And the moon is low. Son of a... Yeah, please blow each other up. Thank you. Yeah, you fight each other. I'll deal with this guy. There's no light. Yeah, you killed him. Good job, thank you. And you're dead. Yeah. Is that the same group that has your GM buddy that you did so many like cool long-running stories with? Okay. It's so dark. I don't know where the stuff is. Okay, this is an area cleared out of stuff. Was it over here? I kind of lost sight of where I had wandered. There it is. There it is. Okay. Next time you do this, London, put a torch on your frickin' crafting table. Yeah, I have to say, like, I don't know, like, you know, don't knock it till you tried it and all that stuff, yada, 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 etc. Okay, fine. Never played 5e. Never read anything of 5e. Never touched 5e. Why? Oh, that was a skeleton on fire. I thought that tree was burning down. But, like, I have to say, like, there's not been a single thing that I've ever heard, positively or otherwise, about 5e that would make me want to look at it. So... Oh, for some reason I thought he... Okay. I thought you had another GM that was, like, all super great and stuff. And it was a group game. Alright, now here's a trick. So do that, so now I can only pick up logs. Could have done that earlier, I suppose. And we're almost done. Chopping los arborios? Is arborios tree in Spanish? I feel like that's one of those words I should know. Oh, yeah. Cham is the one I was talking about. I just thought... I combined those two in my head. I thought that was the same person. I thought it was the same person. Disappeared on you? Oh. Are they... I mean, I guess you might not know. I hope they're okay. Or maybe it was like a growing apart kind of thing, type of disappeared. But anyway, that's your business. Don't need to pry. Yeah, today I have a choice to make. I can play games pretty much all day, which is great and fun. Or I can go do some things I should go do in the house, if you know what I mean, man. Which, you know, that comes with its own challenges, emotionally and otherwise. You think you annoyed him? Oh no. Four more logs. Okay, I don't need the crafting table. Definitely don't need any of this junk. I could throw the... No, I want the compass out to navigate with. I'm going to need to carry the bed, though. So what is not valuable that I can lose here? Oh, sticks. I don't need to carry sticks. Those are a dime a dozen. Got that. Oh, and the leash. I won't need the leash if I'm going straight home. So... Oh. Yeah, I guess you could need a golden carrot. I was just trying to get... I was just trying to mount you, bud, but that's okay. Okay, compass. This way. We're going to try and swing wide so we don't have to go through all that ice crap again on the way back. That's true. That's true. That's just... I don't even know where to start, you know? Like, it's so... Like, it might be something that I go and I do, and I'm in voice chat, you know, just with London Station people. just to have some company through it. Because I don't, yeah, it's... What I need to do is get, like, some boxes to pack things up and stuff. You know, nicely, neatly. But yeah. Okay, let's not fall down there. Let's not even remotely entertain the idea of falling down there. Already fallen down a giant hole with the horse unexpectedly and almost lost it. This is a banger place, though. Holy crap. Imagine cutting these trees out and living here. Oh, man. Dang, that's cool. I love Minecraft Generation sometimes. Oh, God. There we go, almost running off the edge again. I should keep an eye out for sulfur caves, though. Although they are supposed to be visible from the surface, so... Oh, bees! I don't think I want to sit here and make a campfire and get a bee nest, but I'd have to wait till night. But I don't have bees. What time of day is it, anyway? It's noon. We gotta do it. We gotta do it. It's gonna be something we'll want later. Horse, I swear to God. That was not okay. Are you pushing me? My horse is trying to kill me. Did you see that? Alright, let's put it right here. Then we need the sticks I just got rid of, so that's cool. Forget it. I need to make another chest. I'm getting my game's controls confused too. Okay. Put that in there for now. And I have room to craft. I need, unless I already have it. I don't even know what all is in here. Because I can't see it all. Well, there's actually an idea. Let's see what I have in here. Want that, want that, want that, want that. Definitely yes, yes, yes. Gonna need the coal. And really don't need those things, but whatever. Okay, so I need the coal. Gonna need some sticks, which means we gotta go one of these. Some of that. I think it's logs, sticks, and coal. Nailed it. Put that right there. This can now go back in here. These I don't need. Why do I feel like I lost a bunch of inventory space somehow? Because I was carrying these 3 stacks before. What did I change? Oh, it's this random stick. There we go. But I'm gonna need to carry the beehive, which I think I can put in the bundle. Okay, here we go. Silk touch on the pickaxe. We want to watch the bees go in, so we know we have at least... Oh, we're gonna need 2 bees though. Hopefully there's 2 in here. I don't know if there are. I need this bee to go inside. Trying to clear the mines with my ranger. Ranger robots are super annoying. I love those guys. They're really fun to kill. But yeah, with a ranger, your DPS is gonna be lower. Go in, go in, go in, go in, go in, go in, and boom. Oh, I got an advancement. Okay, does that tell me? How do I even check advancements? Does that tell me I got a thing with a full beehive or just one? Because if it's just one, then I still have a problem here. are you, achievement? Oh, these are the ones I got. Okay, hold on. 3 bees inside. Beautiful. Beautiful, we did it. I really don't need to bring that campfire with me. Can I put the bee? Oh, I can't. You know, I really don't need the wheat. I'd rather take the wood home than the wheat. Okay, now, time to find the horse again. There you are. Oh my gosh, if I could just if I could get enough eggs from a chicken to get 2 chickens at home, that would be also be good. There's no chickens anywhere near our base. Okay, how do I want to get down from here? Gently. Yeah, the mines can be really annoying. The gill chicks are kind of really a pain in the ass until you figure out whatever strat you want to use. But your ranger is a cast, right? Rucast. He's kind of he's less attack, and he's more like he's a balanced attack and defense. So he's pretty tanky. And then depending on what materials you throw into him. Jeez, at least it's a full moon. I think I'll just ride through because it's a full moon. Again, I would think Minecraft should do a lot more with the moon phases. They do some stuff with it, but I think they should do more. Zombie. Firefly bush. Oh, that's right. Okay, yeah, you rebuilt her. Yeah. Make sure you have the defense buff up at all times. Get that on your hotbar. And if you even have to, you could do the attack debuff on them. Just so that you're not getting knocked down every time they hit. At least you can... Give me eggs. Look at this baby chicken. Look at it. They changed the baby chicken models. Look at it. It's just a little cube. Oh, it's making peeping noises. Oh. That's adorable. Oh, hello. Hello, enemies. Don't shoot me, please. I'm just traversing the cold, frigid wastes again, trying to go home. Trying to go home at a slightly different angle so I see more new stuff as I go. So many cool-ass caves that I've passed. Yeah. Yeah, if you could just Google Minecraft new chicken models, you'll see they're just little puffballs. Hello, Igloo. The odds of you having something I want are so low, but oh, God. Okay, you know what? Just forget it. Forget it. Yeah, you'll have a golden apple in there. Yeah, you'll have a splash weakness potion, but I can make my own now. There's also something. Is that a village? Or a lava pool? I see light. Don't shoot me, jerk. Don't do it. Don't do it. Village? No, lava pool. Double lava pool. Alright, well, not interested in a lava bath right now. I need to go, I think, to a salon someday, because I can do that now. I mean, I always could, but you know what I mean. And I need to go, I need to get a massage someday. Honestly, like, for my own physical health, I need to get, like, a freaking body life tissue reset massage. Need to do that. Chiropractor's helping, but Okay, what happened to my brain? Where's the ruined portal I just saw? There it is. So yeah, I know I saw one. Oh, this is going to be a fight for our lives, too. Alright, horse, I'm going to leave you up here on this hill. I just want to loot this place. I have never had one, Min. Ever. And you know what drives me absolutely crazy? My very first girlfriend I ever had, I was 17, would, like, give me back rubs and massages and everything like that. And I've never had or been with anyone else who could do that ever again. So I'm like, I'm 37. It's been 20 years. All right. Is anything here worth grabbing? Kind of no. Kind of that was a bust. Okay. Not worth more than my stack of oak logs, which was the mission. And another igloo. I just already know you're not going to have anything I need in you. If I didn't have a full inventory, I would. Yeah, it took me 5 years to even go back to the chiropractor. And I'm not, like, fixed, right? But, like, it's getting better. Like, I'm not waking up in the middle of the night in pain anymore. Because I was for, like, months. I woke up in the middle of the night because of a nightmare last night, so that sucked. It was not a good dream. I did not appreciate it. Surely the sun is rising any minute now. Surely. Come on, horse. Well, so when I lived in Washington State, it was very common for insurance plans to have like an allotment of chiropractic care. And I think it was 6. So you'd get like 6 free visits a year through insurance. And so just kind of the way it would happen is like I would do the 6 at the tail end of one year and then get the next 6 that reloaded the year after, and like between those 12 visits, like I could kind of like get in decent shape. And then, you know, over time there were times that we actually spent money to get seen just for our health and everything. And I know chiropractic is controversial, whatever, yada yada yada, whatever. I found a really cool guy who was like, all he did was adjust the neck. That was it. He was like, yeah, this is a different kind of school of thought in chiropractic. That basically, if you get your neck, all the tiny little bones and stuff in your neck in alignment, that the rest of your body will like orient itself. Being awake is cool. I was just telling Min that I woke up in the middle of the night with a stupid nightmare. Do I need to? I don't need to, but I'm gonna. Haha, get loved. Yeah, so anyway, that chiropractor was really cool. Like, he would just adjust my neck. And then he's like, go home and lay down for an hour. Don't do anything. Because your body is, like, going to orient to, like, me fixing your spinal column, basically. And that was some of the best, like, treatment time that I ever had. So the one I'm visiting now is more, like, traditional, I guess you'd say. Just to, like, get me over the hump of, like, being in pain all the time and stuff. So it's been good. Plus the receptionist is super nice, and we talk about our nails all the time now. Like, I come in, I show her my nails, she shows me her nails. It's like it's a cute little thing. I go to a chiropractor sometimes when I need to as well. It's not nonsense, it makes a big difference. Yeah, there's just some people who are just like, don't ever do it, it's a scam, it's a fraud. And there are elements of it where, you know, they're not actually fixing things, and they're just making things feel better in the short term. So sure, fine, whatever. But I think that you can get to a certain point where you're so out of whack that, like, you really need someone to put stuff back where it goes. You can't get it back yourself by stretching or whatever else. Goodbye, witch. I don't need you. Yes. Oh my gosh. Yeah, it's so sweet. Like, I went out last Friday, I went out I went out to, I went to the chiropractor, and then I went to the thrift store, bought myself a bunch of stuff, which was awesome. What is this? Another ruined portal? And then I went to the cafe to get myself just a simple, like an iced drink. It was super hot. And the barista there was so sweet. She was like, hey, beautiful, what can I get for you? And I was like, oh my God, I can't handle that right now. And then she's like, and what's the name for the order? So I told her my chosen name, and she's like, oh, I love that name for you. And I was like, thank you. And then yesterday I went to the chiropractor, and my nail girl, who, I was like, I need to get her name. I walked in, she was like, hey, beautiful. And I'm like, oh my God, this is the best thing ever. So I'm getting affirmed left and right. It's pretty cool. It's pretty cool. Being awake and stuff, huh? I was telling Min Kalana about our racist gnome friend from last night, and how I was watching the notes as you were typing them, and you had typed this guy, and then we were talking. So like you hadn't finished what you were gonna write. So I was really expecting you to write sucks, like this guy sucks, like in your notes, and then you were typing a little bit more, and it was like this guy is racist. And then I just cracked up laughing, and then you added dick at the end, and I was like, it's true, he is a racist dick. As much as he wants to say that it's about the fire. So wholesome, love to hear it. Yeah, it's cool. Okay, there are 4 chickens here. How close are we to home? Oh, I don't have any seeds. Do I wait for eggs? This would be like a huge game changer for our food situation. I don't want to wait for eggs, but there's 4 chickens here. I wish I could just kill them and take the eggs out. I know that's a horrifying thing to say, but it's Minecraft. Oh, look at that. Well, you guys can't see because it's too small, but it now says, it tells you how many bees are in there when you hover over it. It didn't used to do that. You'd have to, like, guess. Eggs? Are we laying eggs today? Can we do some eggs? Chickens, please? The thing is, okay, here's the problem. I would need to wait for like 16 eggs to try and get 2 chickens out. Dagny with their dumpster level charisma trying to tell off a racist. Yeah. I was like, oh, I have a +8 in this. I could probably do okay to intimidate this guy. But I think Tommy was just so like disappointed. She was just like, I thought this place was cool. And you guys are not cool. She's like, I'm not even going to like waste the breath yelling at you. Like, what a terrible gnomish village Umak is. The chickens are taunting me. Okay, if I'm close to home though, which I might be getting there, then I can at least know that this forest over here has chickens. I wish you could put chickens in a bucket. There are certain animals you could put in buckets in Minecraft. If I could just put the chickens in a bucket and drive them home, that would be great. So as you can see how far out we went to get this stupid oak stuff to build the temple. When we get back to the temple, I will switch back to full screen mode and gently move the camera around and show y'all how it's looking. Is this the back side of my island thing? I think it is. I want a chicken bucket. I would like a bucket of chicken wings. Not the same thing? Kind of? Another igloo. I feel like I must have gone over this land to get here. Also, gnomes being racist feels so strange in Galarian. Well, okay, this one guy. he didn't overtly do anything racist, but like just his undertones, we were just like, come on. They have a whole thing where they're like, you know, you can't use any fire or have any fire around this place. It's like forbidden. I know you'll probably be more listening than watching. I understand. I'm just saying when I get there, I will. You got to see the temple. Another. Jeez, there's so many igloos. It's crazy. Also, I got way turned around. I need to be going this way. Anyway, so yeah, there's no fire in this place, no fire allowed. And so this goblin rolls up, and she's like dying. She like got hit by a fire blast from something, from like a Charizard or something crazy. And oh wow, I thought I swung back around to the south, and I'm approaching from the north. What? Or sorry, the east. I mean, that was unexpected. Okay. Do I have your leash anymore? Or did I leave it behind? I think I left it behind. Alright, you need to live with the cows for a minute. Allegedly, hellhounds. Allegedly. We don't have legal lore, so... We don't have legal lore, so you can't say that. I'm just being a goof. Yeah, the goblin was like, fire, dog. And Kalana's like, hellhounds? And we're just like, oh, fuck. That is probably what that is. That is probably what that is. Oh my gosh, look at all my blue ice. Blue Ice, by the way, fun trivia fact. There's a band I like called Shout Out Louds. I've sang a lot of their songs on stream. They have a song called Blue Ice. When they released it as a single, they partnered with some company, and they made this technology. They made the record out of ice. And they made this special turntable. So it was like a block of ice, like an inch thick, but it had the grooves of the record cut, like, not cut into the top, because they made a silicone mold of the record, and then you could freeze it in a freezer and have this circular disc of ice that would play on this turntable, and it actually played the song Blue Ice on a block of ice. It was so cool. And like you could, there was like a super limited amount where you could buy the silicone mold, so you could make an ice record to play the song Blue Ice. So cool. Oh no, game is glitching. Is stream glitching? I think I'm still here. Okay, there we go. It's like super lagging. Alright, I got a bunch of junk I need to offload here. Put these in here. Put these in here. Food, 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 food. Yeah, well, it's like, yeah, it would only, you could only play it, you know, once or twice before even the grooves themselves would melt from the friction. But it was just, there's a really cool YouTube video of it, of like the company that made it, like talking about, they're like, yeah, they came to us with this idea, and they were like, can you do this? And we were like, I think so. I don't know what this golden dandelion's about. I think it's just a new, flower from a biome that I haven't seen yet. The like autumn biome. I guess we should put it in the Temple of Shellen Garden because it's the only one we have, and it's rare. There. How nice. Okay, my bundles are empty. It's almost temple touring time. Sticks and stones. Golden apples. Oh, those don't stack. Okay, fair enough. I got more eye blossoms. Coal goes in here. Tuff goes in here. Sand goes in here with dirt. Feathers go in here. Brewing stand there. Bed can actually be put back, so the trans bed can be complete once again. Is that it? Oh, the bell. Do not need the bell. Also, the lantern is over here now. We're going to probably use these in the temple. So I stole 14 of them. Because I'm a thief. Refill our torches. Go check our smelting. And then we'll take a look at the temple. Drop off our glass. Smelt more sand. Bam, bam, bam. Bam, bam, bam. Oh, it's getting nighttime again already. I really should make some water breathing potions one of these days. There we go. Oh, I should let my bees out too. And build another campfire for them. Using spruce, 1, 2, 3, and 1, 2, 3, and a singular piece of coal. So that they don't sting me and then kill themselves. Because that is a thing. Let's say the bees built their house on the side of mine. There you go. They need flowers, though. They can fly over here to the golden dandelion, I suppose. Alright, okay. Gentle camera motions enabled. Here's the front of the temple. It's humble. It's kind of got a shallow roof. Because I kind of envisioned it that way. And I'm probably going to redo how this door is framed in, but I wanted the depth from it, so that's why that's there. Did this cool door effect with the backs of the shelves so we could have an open door here, and here's the chapel. You'll note that the roof opens up further as you get closer to the altar and everything, so that's pretty cool. And again, very bare bones, very empty. This took a lot to just lay out and then build up, so a lot of work needs to go into detailing. But we have this door here, which goes, let's go upstairs first. So you turn right, you go up the stairs. And then there are 6 rooms up here. I just put this roof on today. So there's a room here, and I didn't end up going all the way across like it was in the drawing because what happened is they ended up being like 9 feet by 33 feet. The way that this lined up with the lower floor to make the lower floor make sense. So what I did instead is I carved a hallway down the middle, and then in the roof I put this archway, so we're going to have like a nice stained glass type deal going on here. And then the 2 larger rooms, which I assume this is Vafi and Amy's room over here. It's also kind of a little long and whatever, but you can break that up with some internal stuff. And I was thinking the other big room would be Irina's. I don't know who else would command the big room, you know. I think Beauty is off adventuring with Tethys now. I don't know if she's actually still here. But then you got, you know, Lala, Slade, whomever. Shu, if he's still around. Thane, you know, because Evelyn's gone. Sob. So there you go. There's the second floor. And there's going to be artwork along this wall. We'll change this wall material, possibly. This is like the center, like, altar backing wall that extends up to the second floor. But there'll be a lot of artwork there. It's like some sitting areas. There'll be some sitting areas down at the tail end of the hallway. And then down here, we have storage beneath the stairs. Which I don't really know exactly what I'll put in there. We have the common room. So this is where Vafi and Horam are right now. Irina wouldn't complain about getting the big room, more room for books, more room for her tail. So that's here. And then down the hall away is the restroom. I know this looks small, but like every one of these squares is 1 by 1 meters. So, you know, this is actually plenty for a bathroom. I'll do probably something, maybe this will actually recess in towards us. In fact, it probably will. That's what I'll do. So I'm going to start taking some creative liberty now that I have it sketched out. I'll probably pull this back in, so when you come out the back door, you're under the awning of the second floor above you, and there's a bit of a landing there. She lived in a small room with that big-ass tail for so long she's used to it, but yeah, she'd love it, yeah. This is the other storage, like the actual proper storage room, and this is the room that has the stairs down to Temple of Beautiful Salvation. Super secret, nobody knows. But yeah, so if you wake up in the morning, you come down here, you have this kind of open landing area, you come into the kitchen. This is the classroom kitchen. So this is the kitchen classroom with all the cooking implements and everything like that. I haven't exactly decided how I'm going to lay that out, but you know, we'll figure that out later. Then I was realizing that we should have a hearth, so I was sharing that the other day, and I think that this is the perfect place for it. Right as you come in, it divides the training classroom over here. It's going to be heat, warmth, all that stuff. And then I was kind of picturing like a little sitting area, table, chairs right here, just as an additional sitting place, because there's going to be tables and everything over there, as well as in the common room. But also behind you, you have, ta-da, little pantry storage area, which I did a trick with these shelves so that you can actually get in here. So I can finesse that up a little bit. And this is your entry into the garden. It's not huge. It's not a huge garden. I mean, it is if these are like 3 feet. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. This is like 20 feet wide and 30, 40 feet long, kind of a deal. So there will be some shrubs in here and everything like that. We'll figure that out. But there is a door into the main chapel. I kind of reasoned through that there would be a garden access through here. Just the way that certain scenes have gone already kind of implied that there was a door there. But that's what it is. That's the temple. That's the temple so far. So I still got we had to go out on that adventure to get more of these oak, so we could make oak planks and finish out the walls. And then, yeah, I don't remember. I think you had, yeah, the Fox Topiary for sure. I think you had a little pantry in your architectural drawing, or maybe I added it. Yeah, the Chionic Rose I was going to put in a particular corner, but we'll see. So as you can see from the side, since everything's flush, this just looks like a warehouse. So the detailing needs to happen. In Minecraft, you have to use 2 layers of walls so you can have depth. So there are going to be things that are like punched out towards the viewer that give it a sense of depth. Make it happen. I'm making it happen. You want me to make the rose happen right now? There's a special set of flowers in the game that one might actually look really good for that. So I need to track down how to make those. So there you go. Okay, slow, gentle camera movements will be ending shortly. You have been warned. It does look really cool from elevation, but there's no real good place to get an elevation view of it. So, I mean, you can kind of, if I can get up in these trees. Here we go. Let's jump up in some trees. That was risky. I almost didn't make that jump. So from elevation, you can see there's shape and stuff going on. Oh, but that was the other thing. So on the back, I punched out that, I know it's not called a hip roof. I mean, it kind of is, but I forget what it's called when it's just one thing sticking out. A dormer? Is it a dormer? Man, you should know this. But I'm debating extending it so it actually happens on the front here as well, just to give this more shape. And then an opportunity for light to come in through a top window there. So, hello, Bee. Welcome to your new home. Anyway, so you can see like the depth that I'm talking about that we already did with the house. It's funny, I just tried to zoom in. There is no zoom feature. But by bringing the pillars... Oh, I didn't bring the pillars out. It just looks like I did. By using the trapdoors as the shutters and bringing out these ledges and then having this break it up, and then having the overhang, it gives it a sense of depth of field. You do an electrical, not an architect, no clue what it's called. You work with those people. You did it. You did us an architectural drawing. You should know. You should know. If anybody should know, it should be you. So we are still... All right, I'm going to be rushing around now. For the motion thick. I do need to finish roughing out the actual shell. It's not finished yet. Because it's not. Oh, wrong pickaxe. Gosh, that would have been embarrassing to break that pickaxe right there. Oh, what the hell? Okay, I guess we're taking a trip up to the second level. Because that's got to be a pillar. You call it the thingy. All right. You're the boss, so I can call it the thingy too. I think it's called a, whatever word I already said for it that I've already forgotten. Dormer. So yeah, once we get the walls in fully, then it's a matter of figuring out where to put windows where you have light, and it's going to make sense room by room, right? Like this room is going to have a window. This room is going to have a window. I have to figure out what to do with these. I might make little tiny dormers because I hate this, the way that the roof is. It might not bother you guys, but it bothers me. So this I had to punch through and do an extra ridge on the top of the roof to make sure that's seamless. Get some light in here so that monsters don't show up. There and there. I gotta do all the interior walls still. And like, do I want it all made out of oak? No, but like I gotta throw some blocks in there, right? Like I gotta do something. And I do have a way to fix this. It's not super elegant, but it works. It's getting very dark. But yeah, look, I can sleep in Amy's bedroom. I need to put a double bed in here. But yeah. And this is going to be another pillar. Let's just take some fall damage and get it done. So yeah, all the pillaring, all the materials could potentially change out. And that is the reality of Minecraft. I might come back and literally palette swap every single one of these blocks out. And that's just the way it is. Something's wrong here. Nope, it's not wrong. I'm overthinking it. You will see when I get back on the roof what I'm talking about. Still haven't bought a double bed. True. That's true. When you come back from Siege of the Winged Woods, though, engaged and everything, it'd be a great engagement present from, you know, somebody else. Anybody else, just saying. For the symmetry, we will do it like so. So yeah, this is a really wide hallway, and I widened it so much because I had this as a single wide stairwell, and single wide stairwell probably would make sense for the temple how it was originally built, but in Minecraft sometimes things that make sense spatially just don't feel right. They don't feel good. So I had to double this, but then I didn't want a one narrow right here, so I made the whole thing 4 wide. And I had a lot of room to eat up anyway, because remember these rooms were so long. So that's why I did that. But yeah, we'll have this landing, and then I'll put some like trapdoors up here as a railing, and then so much artwork, I'm sure. All sorts of cool shit along here. Sofas and chairs and seating and all sorts of stuff. Yep. But yeah, we get into a space where it's like, you change this wall material, it changes on both sides, because they're not double thick. So it kind of, by necessity, a lot of this stuff has to be really simple. Kessel will get them some chubby fluff feather pillows for their engagement. Nice. There's a part of me that kind of doesn't want to close this all in yet. So, okay, here's a problem, and I knew this was going to happen. Look at this. See this gap? Because the roof doesn't line up? think... Okay, I can do that. Okay, so this is going to be fine. I was panicking about this. Because interior walls... well, okay, I need to explain myself. Alright, so here's my shortcut to get to the roof. See this ridge here? That's not like really something you'd see in a real building. But when you have the wall that meets the roof and it's this half slab thing, you have to ridge up over the top of it because this is what it looks like from the top if you don't do it. Or I'm an idiot. I'm so dumb. I could have just... Okay. I think I'm gonna make this change everywhere right now. This is so much better. Sorry, I'm not speaking full thoughts. I could let the color of the wood tell the story of the wall itself. You're all like, oh my god, London, you're such a nerd. I must just use my name too there. That was wild. No, God, no. No, 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 no. Nor would I want to. I like the creative restrictions that come from, like... One of the first things you have to do with this game is stop thinking of blocks as what they are and just start thinking of them as paint themselves. So, like... Yeah, we have wood, and we can make wood-like things out of wood, and that makes sense. But there can be things that are like a mushroom block that looks good as like a white building material. And you're like, but it's mushroom. It's like, no, it's whatever you need it to be. And I really like that about this game. I really, really like it. Because then you like, I really need this to like fill out this color palette. But mushroom blocks are a notorious pain in the ass to farm. So, you know, you're like, you figure out, okay, well now I'm engaging with the game mechanics to try to make something automated that's a pain in the ass to get because I need it to get this particular look I'm going for. I like that stuff. I think that's fun. Wish I could click better. Wish I could click better. Did I mean to? Yeah, I needed to get these out of here too. In fact, those were always wrong. Wow. Discovered a problem. So here you have the color telling the story of the wall beneath. Here, it's punched up in this way that kind of like doesn't make sense to try to cover it up, but you don't need to do that. You just let the color tell the story. I'm not kidding, guys. I've watched so many Minecraft streams, especially over the last year when I was surviving. Spoiled by the games now. Yeah, like if I could just paint whatever, I'd be like, that's not... I don't know. That's like... I don't feel artistic in the way that like I just want a blank canvas and just let me draw whatever with whatever markers I want to do whatever I want. I'm the kind of like restriction breeds creativity. That's where I find my enjoyment, you know. And what I've done so far in this world is nothing. Like even this house, I was like, this needs detailing. This all needs to be like textured, palette swapped out. What you do is you texture, you find something like a flat wall material, and then you find other blocks that complement its color palette. And then you sprinkle those throughout, and you don't end up with something that looks like normal Minecraft generation. You end up with something that looks like insanely real and detailed and cool. Like people will make trees, right? And they'll make the trunks out of, see that material? Well, not that material. The material I used for the walls over here. They'll use those wall blocks, these narrow pillars, and they'll use those as the trunks of like these narrow trees. And it's gray. But they blend the gray into the brown in a way that makes it look like the light of the world is hitting the tree differently. Like there was one guy who did these giant redwood trees, and then he did this whole thing where he like made them on fire by using like orange and red glass that like was like swirling up around it, so it looked like actual flames. but he did this technique where, like, on the south side of the trees and the north side of the trees, he used different colors of blocks. So it gave the impression that light was hitting through the forest. Just crazy stuff. Really cool. But, you know, you have to gather it all. Oh, this is so much better. I hated those ridges. I was like, it's a compromise I have to make for the build I want, but I can fix it here too. And, you know, there's also survival in it. Oh, look what I've done. There's survival and exploration and all that stuff, but, like, whatever. All right, how do I get back up on the roof? Yeah, and that's why when people are like, I'll tease Zach again. Zach's like, you should use mods. You know, mods, you can customize this, you can customize that, and you can introduce new things to the game. And I'm just like, I don't want to. I want to play with this very limited world, because they've already, in the time that I've played this game, they've added more things than I can even have the time to, like, play with. See, look, I have honey now. Should we collect some honey? I should make a barrel, which I think I have what I need for. I think a barrel is just... No, I need sticks. And I have enough sticks that I shouldn't need to make them, but here we are anyway. Barrel. No, I didn't need sticks. Oh, no. Alright, it's fine. Excuse me? Sir, you are lost. How did you even... Oh, there's that hole in the wall here from when I was working on some stuff. Mr. B. Is that oak or spruce? It is. Oh, I'm sorry. I thought I was going to let you out the other way. It's okay. Go. Go, go, go. Alright, game. Stop freezing up. Let me place the blocks. Thank you. Alright. So let's do sleep if it'll let us. It won't. Let's make a bunch of shears. Make 3 shears. Get a bunch of bottles. And then you'll see another crazy block that we can do. Doom. Doom. There we go. Can I sleep yet? Okay. So yeah, my very first Minecraft stream, I was trying to explain and convey a lot of this stuff. That that type of gameplay and the freeformness of it and the creative expression of it, I get a lot of the same feeling from RPGs. And yeah, put that there and put these in here, because now I can take this and I can shear this. Boom, honeycomb. So now I have 3 honeycomb, and I can breed these bees up, and I can make bee nests with that honeycomb, and I can make a whole, like, bee farm, automated bee farm, where they, like, go out to the flowers, they bring the honey back, and then it triggers an automatic machine and cuts the honeycomb out. Or the other thing you can do, which I'm going to go grab now, is you can gather up honey itself with bottles. So I'm going to make a bunch of bottles and throw them in there, just because if we're idly around, we can collect honey and stuff. Then you can use honey to make honey blocks, and you can use honeycomb to make honeycomb blocks, which are like a really bright yellow. And I could see me using that as a decorative block in the temple. So I'm actually really glad that we went and got those bees. What else? Let's be super smart here. I'm getting distracted, I know. Let's put these guys out. And I'll show you something there. Oh, if I'm like, and then I'll show you guys this, like you're here to learn about Minecraft. Just ignore me. Okay, let's take that out and let's make our first bee nest. And we're going to need more campfires too. So there's a beehive, sorry. The bee nests that you have here, you have to find in the wild. And then these beehives you can make to go anywhere. So I'm going to put it there for now. I need to make another campfire for it, because if you don't smoke these, when you try and collect the honey or the honeycomb, the bees get mad, they attack you, and if they sting you, they die. And then that's very tragic and sad. But we're going to give them some flowers to play with. We'll put them... And they can go into the fire and kill themselves, which is also stupid. I mean, they're stupid if they do that, but... Let's put these flowers here. These are called the 2 tall flowers, because they're 2 blocks tall. And I have not found a rose bush or a sunflower yet. But once I do, I will get those. And you only need 1 of each, because you can bone meal them. And get copies. And you can use these to make dyes, and you can use dyes to make different colored blocks. But you can also take flowers. I need another bee. You can feed them to bees, and then they will make baby bees. However, if I lost 2 out of my 3 bees already, I will be not happy about that. Because I cannot make them... Cannot make them make baby bees if I only have 1. Oh, they probably were coming inside here to pollinate from these. My glowberries. Need to make this garden someday too. Anyway, we kind of like forgot all about the house when we started making the temple. Speaking of which, there it is. Snow all up on its roof. And there's the Iomade Temple, which, you know, don't have any huge plans for right now. I'm just gonna come up here too, because I think the snow filled this in quite a bit. Yeah, it did. All right, Copper. Let's go into the mountains. That's the wrong way. Yeah, we cleared all this out. Okay, it's looking better. Much less patchy. Just needed to snow some more. Right on, boy. Don't get yourself lost. Okay, are you the same bee as before? Come follow me. They will also, like, follow you if you hold their desired food. Ha 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 ha! Come on, bee. Come on. Stop. Stop getting distracted. I need you to make a baby bee. Aw, look at him. Thanks for showing me your butt, little bee. And then you can feed them flowers to speed up their growth. I believe it takes 10. And if you misclick and hit them, they will attack you and die. Step away to get some stuff done. Oh, yeah. I will probably take you up on that. That bee just ate all my flowers. Rude. So, anyway, now that I have a bee hive, I can hold 3 in here and 3 in here. Now I can hold a maximum of 6 bees. So, that'll be a project to chip away at. I might do a... No, I probably won't. Anyway, thanks for hanging out, man. I believe you're gone already, but... Good chatting. And PSO does sound wonderful. I got so many games to play with so many people now. Okay, interior walls, I guess. Oh, I've been streaming for 3 hours already. Maybe I should stop. That's something I should consider. Going 3 high with the door with some sort of decorative block over the top, probably. This place is going to feel a lot smaller once it's all walled in. And I gotta come up and do all of these. Do I want to do this, though? Probably not, because it looks dumb. Right? Does that look dumb? I don't know if you'd even notice. Don't know if you'd even really notice if you're in that room. Okay, let's see. That's centered there, so we'll give you a light on that wall. And a light on that wall. We'll get rid of that one. And that one. Go opposites. Oh, that's right. I forgot for a second I'm streaming and I'm supposed to be talking. That's how that works. That's how that business model works. Also, I've been doing okay today, but I could always do better. Could always do better. You know, one of those icebreaker questions where they're just like, if you could make one wish with a genie, what would it be? I used to say things like world peace. Actually, I used to say, I wish my cat and my dog would get along together, because I thought it'd be so cool if they were friends when I was a kid. Now I'm just like, could you just make it so that like hormone therapy also changed your voice so that you didn't have to do the work yourself? Because it's, you know, that'd be cool if that just happened. That'd be super cool. I'm a simple girl. Just want little things like that. Oh my gosh, it's coming together. Oh my gosh, this hallway is dark and dangerous. Gonna be monsters all up in here. Right, okay. I was just thinking some thoughts, but I realized why I can't do them. There's opportunity, though, potentially, for a 7th room there. Oh, I hate reading that for you. And you're not even going to get that because of your project for, like, what? Months? Unless your other person takes over? Hate it. Hate it. But if you had a spare wish, if you could also throw in a vote for my thing that I want, that'd be great. I'll double up on yours. You double up on mine. That'd be super cool. Would love it. Thank you. Appreciate it. Oh, I'm so glad that this is a 5 gap. Beautiful. You can put a nice 3x3 art piece right there. Frame in the doors. Oh, God, it's coming together. It's so good. Get that going. This hallway, I suppose, could also have artwork. Or, here's the other thing. These rooms could potentially not have their door entrances here. They could have them in the hallway instead. After this Tuesday, okay, I will hold out all of the hope for that. Because that sounds miserable. It sounds miserable. Is this a 7x7 room? No, it's 8. Ew, gross. Why did I do that to myself? I mean, I guess it was 3x8, which is terrible. At least it's 4x8 now. I hate that that's not symmetrical. We'll do opposites there. I think that's how I did it. There's a room, there's a room, there's a hallway. Okay, the roof doesn't bother me. It gives a little bit of shape. This is a like oppressively long hallway. It almost makes me wonder if I couldn't snake around, take these 2 rooms, ditch the symmetry, shove them up against this wall, and then come down here and then have a different hallway that gives you access to them. I feel like that would be really annoying, though, from an architectural standpoint, to get to that back room. That would easily become the worst room in the entire temple. Easily. God, that hallway really cuts into that effect that I was going for. But it has this nice feel of like opening up as you walk towards it. So we will carry on. That's interior walls upstairs done. They're quite high here, so I could do what I talked about, just do a drop ceiling all the way straight across. Like come up to here and then just flush this out so it doesn't have this, because this wide open space is in the middle of a hallway of all places. It's very strange. These rooms have less headspace. I guess these rooms, the benefit to them being a little smaller is that they do feel a lot taller. They're actually quite tall. 5 blocks tall, yeah. So you could cut that off. And you could just have a drop ceiling like that. But maybe you have that like that anyway, and it's kind of like storage up there. I don't know. Just as a fun idea. Like a ladder. But at a certain point too, I can be like, hey, people who have characters that live here, here's a picture, here's a screenshot of your room. Like, there you go. What do you want in it? What colors do you want in it? I think that'd be really fun. Although we know that a bunch of the stuff is pink because of Kippa. I should go make a bunch of beds. I can't make a bunch of beds, though, because I don't have any sheep. Oh, I can make wool out of string. I have a lot of string. So I should go make 6 beds. Okay, and then interior walls down here. I think this was before pink as fuck, yeah. I think it was before you came in chat, but I was telling Min about how I might go do some work in the house today and how that's going to be tough. So, I don't really know how that's going to go. Yeah, that's true. Well, and there's also like, we could have changed them at any point. Maybe not like at any point, but like, I know we don't want to mix temple and like personal gold, but like for decorating, probably fine with it for decorating. Is this room even? Why do I have so many even rooms? That's such a Minecraft no-no. Oh well. I I know I was trying to fit it to the architectural drawing, so... Honestly, too, you know what? It would be totally not weird for... How do I want to do this? It would be totally not weird for this room, this common room, to have 2 doors. And maybe even... Maybe 1 door here, 1 door here. Something like that. Because maybe you want to come through here and just go straight to storage for something. Do I have any spruce on me? I do. Dunno. We will deal with that later. Okay, these torches have to go away. That's right, I was going to punch this out entirely for now. Because I think I'm going to recess this. Maybe 2 blocks? Okay, so I'm losing my mind. I'm not going to recess it here because that's the bathroom. I'm going to recess it here. That hallway's not centered, huh? Guess it isn't. But that'll be fine. There'll be a window for the restroom, window for the kitchen, window for the common room. So it'll space out just fine. It'll be just fine. This could be this. But yeah. If maybe I only do it by 1 block though. Except for with a door. So that's going to give us some depth on the outside to play with. Just a little bit. I could come back another block. And have this be kind of like a covered area. Have a covered roof that comes out with whatever material I make it out of. Out the back to the training area, I suppose. And then I would push this door. If this is going to be... Well, okay. You'd want the door... Probably kind of central-ish. That's not bad, because it creates a space here. A space here, and then full access. And you don't have doors directly opposite. Which I think is a bad thing? I don't know. I don't know if that's a bad thing or not. My brother was a commercial architect for a long while. Well, no. Was he an architect, or... He did the CAD drawings and stuff. Architectural drawings. I should probably give him another call one of these days. Because the last call that I had with him was me just dropping bombshell after bombshell. Sorry, dude. There's a lot to catch you up on. Okay, let's make sure this is lit up. centering the torches, because I am OCD like that. This will be the hearth. Here's your training kitchen. Pantry, sitting area. Storage. Need some light in the hallway. For now. Common room. Oh, I see what I did there. The door's right in the way of that. Let's play a game called How Many Times Can London Move the Same Door? That's what I was after. Is that not centered either? Okay, it is. I'm just losing my mind. All right. Whew. There you go. Is that the entire shell of the building done? I think it is. All the rooms are framed in. You know what? What if this is a balcony? We haven't established that there's a balcony. And this is like just going out to a back alleyway. But like, it could be nice. Could be nice. Are the rooms lit up or are we going to get zombied? Just put these here. Yeah. Okay, so I know I called this stream interior decorating, and we've done none of that, but we have completely done the entire shell of the temple. It is complete. We got bees. Let's make another campfire real quick. Alright, I already have the sticks, I already have the logs, I just need a piece of coal. Put that under this one. And now I can... Oh, you know what I want to do? I want to get that honeycomb block. So we'll use these. Hello, bee. Kind of scared me there. Okay, so eventually we can craft these things. And these can be very decorative splashes of color. And you could put, for example, at the back of the altar. You know? Something. You could do a lot with glazed terracotta as well. However, we would have to find a mesa or get a good source of clay. Or we could make a farm that makes dirt into mud, lets the mud drip the water out of it to turn it into clay, collects the clay, smelts it in a furnace into terracotta, and then colors it. That is too much work. It's too much work for me. Okay. Yeah, it looks... There's an angle. It's got to be from up here. There's got to be an angle that just looks really, really good. Probably through here. There you go. That's a good angle. In fact, even better would be to come out around here, if I can. Cut through this wall again, like I did in the past. That is a good angle of the temple. Ooh, a window. I know, all the places are so dark and dreary. Gotta punch holes through. Yep. There it is. I'm going to do that roof feature now, actually. This little arch right here. I'm going to put that in, and then I'm going to stop streaming. Maybe. Then maybe I will. Even though I just dropped off all of my supplies to do that sort of thing. I'm going to need oak planks. I'm going to need oak slabs, and I'm going to need spruce slabs. And while we're at it, let me think. I have spruce floors upstairs. How dark do you think our handrails would be? I'm not going to use birch. Oak is... I don't want to use spruce. Spruce has a really outdoor feel to it. Let's try oak. And the stairwell is 2 by... probably 4. I'm probably going to need at least 6 of them. Let's go for 8. Okay. Couple final things. And I might do something too with these. With a stair block. Kind of ties it together. I might. Alright, so here's the deal with this stuff. There you go. Might not be the material we want. There is a, did I get the nether trees? I got the red ones, I think. I could grow those, and I could get this kind of purplish wood. That'd actually look really cool. Actually, you know what? Now that I just said that out loud, and I know you're here, Kalana, I'm going to go make you some purplish wood to put on your handrails in your temple. How about that? As soon as I said that out loud, I was like, do you know who you're talking to? Oh, right, it grows on here. Okay, I was about to freak out there for a second. We need that. And we need this. And then we should be able to grow it. And we'll take that to get rid of the other crap. And then we'll get some cool lighting blocks out of it, too. Let's go and do it. And we're just going to do it out here in the middle of the frozen lake. Ow. Oh, that was a terrible tree. That was much better. This stuff is a pain to cut down, unfortunately. Okay, so now we have this. And we can turn it into this purpley wood. And we'll deal with that later. We can also plant crazy stuff in the garden. And these guys are fun too, because these emit light. So this would actually be kind of cool to put here. Or you know what would be really good for these? Is you can put them down at the bottom of your hearth. Anyway, getting distracted. Let's get some purple handrails in here. Get some color in this temple, for crying out loud. It's very dreary. It's very brown. Oh, that's a neat interface they added. Don't know if this is going to be the look. But, like I said, at least it'll add some color. At least it added some color. Okay, back to the roof. Okay, so this comes out straight over the top. So we are going to destroy all of this. And more as we go. We're going to try to not fall off the roof. Then this goes away because this comes down by 1. This goes away because that comes down by 1. These all go away. Right, okay, and then I had that strip for the oak. So that's all going to go away and turn into oak. Suddenly very dark. How did I do that over here? Did I continue it? No, I just stopped at the ridge. Okay. Now that I've done that, I kind of would want to continue the stone up, but I know that'll screw with the roof, so I can't. I cannot. New moon. New moon means lots of monsters. Okay. Now we'll get that final view. Look at that. Beautiful. And it goes out the other way too. In fact, actually, this is where we were going to probably put in a window as well. So this up high, not down low, because that's where the roof is, right? Yeah. So that's the best you can do. I could go up one more. That one is open. I do want it to feel high. Like it's just for light, it's not for... Is that too little? I could do like this. I can't do half glass slabs though, unfortunately. But it can be something like that. Something about that sucks. Don't know what yet, but we'll figure it out. That's better. Even though it's more wide open. And I can now, possibly, potentially, get rid of this. I'm doing this the least efficient way possible. Block that off, and now this can be my roof access when I need to get up here. Okay, let's get back on the roof of the house and take a look. from this corner right here. It's a little weird being able to see in through the wall. Not gonna lie. But anyway, there's plenty of more shaping to be done. I think, isn't there... Yeah. It's a bit too much. I'm gonna take a good picture so I can share it with the players. Oops, wrong button. Okay, screenshot taken. And that's where I'm going to call it. That's where I'm going to call it. Even though I could probably play Minecraft for 8 hours straight. I did one day, I think. If I'm not mistaken. Doesn't mean it's a good idea. Okay. Well. That's gonna do it for me. Let's see if anybody else is streaming out in the world of London's friends. Nope. Nope, and that's okay. So, I'm gonna maybe possibly do some difficult things today. Maybe play some games with friends later. I don't know. Anyway, it's nice to not have to work for a change. I do have to work tomorrow. Boo. However much longer I'm keeping that job, I need to ask some professionals if I can step away from that. Sorry, that's vague and confusing. Anyway, that's possibly coming up in the future. But, wow, what a low energy end to a stream. It is what it is. We're all just hanging out together anyway. So, have a great rest of your Saturday. I love you all so much. We'll see you again on London Station.